I pulled every home sale from the last 12 months in Belton, Texas. Today, I'm going to rank and tour the top neighborhoods in Belton. We're going to go from the cheapest to the most expensive. For every neighborhood, I'm going to tell you what it costs, who would be a good fit for this neighborhood, and then the downsides to the neighborhood. All right, starting with the cheapest one, let's get into it. Number one on the list, Morgan's Point. This is the cheapest entry point to Belton. Morgan's Point is technically a little city of its own, but you have a Belton address, you have Belton ISD schools, you're in Belton. All right, so the median price in this neighborhood is around $242,000, $179 per square foot. You have decent homes in this area. They are mid-90s homes. So listen, that's the biggest thing you have to look out for. They're older homes. You start having problems. A few homes in this area have foundation issues, so you have to keep that in mind, and you have to get an inspection on these properties. There's also septic out here, so that needs to be inspected as well. This is the only place where I've had a bad septic inspection, so keep that in mind. All right, who is this neighborhood for? If you want to be close to the lake, you're very close to the lake. There's a marina here. There's beautiful trees. You have deer running around everywhere. You're at a lower price point for a home in Belton. This could be a great option for you if you don't care about the house being updated. A lot of these have never been updated, which leads to the lower price point. So it could be a great neighborhood for you. It's not for somebody who wants to be in something luxury, who wants a larger home. Listen, this is important for Morgan's Point. This is the widest price range in Temple, Belton area. You can get homes very cheap, and you can get homes very expensive, all the way up to like $800,000. They do have homes on the lake. What you have to watch out for, you see these are probably like $180,000, $200,000 houses right behind me. Just right down the road over there, you have manufactured homes. There's hardly any restrictions in this area. So keep that in mind. If you leave the neighborhood, you're gonna have to go by the manufactured homes. So always keep that in mind. Drive the neighborhood. If you're relocating to Temple, if you get with me, you tell me the areas that you like. Every house that I video for you, I will also send you a video of the neighborhood. So keep that in mind. Let's keep going. This is the cheapest new construction in Belton, Texas, the Ridge at Belle Meadows. There's a Stylecraft homes in this neighborhood. Price range from $232,000 up to $300,000. This is a great neighborhood for the first-time home buyer, especially if you're really looking at the new build homes and you want to be in Belton ISD. There's homes that have 1,200 square feet all the way up to like 2,200 square feet. There's a wide range, but you have to remember with these homes, you're going to get basic to mid-level finishes. Stylecraft does have better finishes, I think, than a lot of the builders. So we'll look down here. The houses are not super different, but they still have a cap kind of on the floor plans that they're putting side by side. So not every single house is the same. You don't feel like you're just in like a neighborhood where all the houses look exactly the same. So who is this neighborhood for? Great neighborhood for first-time home buyers. Great neighborhood for somebody who is retiring, downsizing. You want like less lawn care, less maintenance, a newer build. Great option. The cons of this is that these homes are smaller. The finishes, if you're like me, you kind of like the higher end stuff, you're not probably going to like it. And then the smaller lots. But I think this is one of the top neighborhoods for first-time home buyers in Belton, especially for the new construction. I mean, you're not going to find a better deal than this. You're a little bit further from the rest of kind of like the West Temple Belton area, but you're paying a lower price for it. So it does pencil out in the long run. Let's keep going. Three Creeks. You have homes anywhere from the low 200,000s all the way up to the high 400,000s. There's quite a few builders in this neighborhood. So you have Stylecraft, Tippett Homes, D.R. Horton, and then you also have Omega and Carruthers in this neighborhood. This is a master plan community. You got trails, you got ponds. There's no street lights, so you can see the stars. There's a lot of great things about Three Creeks. The other thing, this specific neighborhood has had the most sales in Belton for the last year. The sales range from the low 200s, 215,000, all the way up to around 500,000. There's plenty of different buyers who would love Three Creeks. They are still building in this neighborhood. As you can see, you got the new construction homes. Great for a first-time home buyer. I like this neighborhood because there's so much inventory here. So the builders are offering competitive incentives, and then there's really something for everybody. You got the Stylecraft, DR Horton, Omega homes that are great for first-time home buyers. Tippett homes, Carruthers homes, great for step-up buyers. And then there's some like really nice custom homes in the back. The one downside with this is that you are a little bit further away from Temple and kind of any stores or any shopping, but the location, you're really close to, you're close to the highway, so you can shoot over to the Baylor Scott and White, Temple Belton area easily. It's about a 12 to 15 minute drive, or you can shoot the other way to the military base, Copperas Cove, Killeen area, and you're kind of right in the middle. So it's a really flexible location. There's lots of options here. This is my top pick for Belton, Texas, as far as the neighborhoods go. Let's get it. All right, so quick pit stop before we hit the luxury homes, the Belton property taxes. So the property taxes, they can vary significantly neighborhood to neighborhood. This is something that you always should confirm before going under contract on a home. The general rule that I use is that if you are, the further away from the city that you get, the lower the city portion of the taxes are going to be. And then there's also additional taxes such as the MUD taxes that are going to add a little bit onto the tax bill, which can take you from, it could really jump a whole price range really without you even knowing it, and now you're stuck with it. Once you buy the home, you're gonna have that tax bill. So that's something to always keep in mind, especially whenever you are moving to Temple, whenever you're relocating and you don't know the different tax rates for the different communities. But always, I will get that. You're going to have your exact payment. If you work with me, I'm gonna get you set up. All right, let's keep going. So this is Dawson Ranch and its newer sibling, Dawson Ridge neighborhood, Belton, Texas. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods in Belton. So there were 29 sales in the past year in Dawson Ranch, Dawson Ridge, median of around 400,000. Go ahead and pan over this way. These houses are more expensive than 400,000. Dawson Ranch has a newer section and an older section. This is the newer section, bigger houses, larger lots. So the size of these homes, the median is right around 2,280 square feet, and the price per square foot is going to be around 180 per square foot. And that is a premium home with a large lot. Check this one out right here. Beautiful stone exterior. Very nice homes in this neighborhood. All right, so what do you get when you buy a home in Dawson Ranch neighborhood? So you're gonna have a larger property, higher end finishes, and a larger lot. And then on top of that, you have the nice trees. This is one of the few neighborhoods where you're gonna get a newer property and you're gonna have the mature trees here and higher end finishes than what you're used to seeing kind of in the Temple Belton area, but that comes at a price. So what do you watch out for in Dawson Ridge and Dawson Ranch? You're at that higher end price point, so now you're competing with new builds, you're competing with homes on the lake, so the house has to be right, the layout has to be right for you, for your family, and then you really have to want one of the unique things from the neighborhood. So you have to want maybe a custom layout, maybe the large trees, maybe the larger lot. If those are things that you're looking for, this could be a really good neighborhood. Okay, the surprising thing about this neighborhood is these homes actually go relatively fast whenever you look at the price point and the average days on market in Belton. Typically, these more expensive homes are gonna sit for a little bit longer because the median income here isn't that much. These are selling a lot faster than what you typically see on the market. So Dawson Ranch could be a good fit for you if you've outgrown the 1,800 square foot home, maybe you've gotten a raise, maybe you've gotten a new job, or if you're coming from a whole different state that has a higher price point, you can get set up in something premium like this for $400,000 all the way up to $700,000. All right, this is what separates Belton from Temple. You got the lake neighborhoods, the homes on the lake. So you have Rancho del Lago, Lago Vista, Colinas del Lago. Lago is lake in Spanish, by the way. So these homes are larger homes. They're on even larger lots than the Dawson Ridge neighborhood. These are all custom homes here, very nice, 4-side stone. And then over here, these homes are right on the lake. You're very close to the lake in this area. What do you have to pay for one of these homes? They're around $238 per square foot, median price point around $720,000. If you're looking in this price range, you need to watch out for the flood zones if you're looking on the lake. Double check it. If you work with me, I'm going to get you set up. The insurance payment is going to jump if you are buying in a flood zone, obviously. So you want to make sure you know that before you buy. Who is this neighborhood for? I think it's great for people who are selling their house in a significantly more expensive market. And then people who, you know, if you have the income, you want to live on the lake, you want a more custom, larger home on a larger lot. These are premium homes, that probably some of the best that you're going to get in Belton, Texas. So they don't come up often. There was about 19 sales last year. So whenever they do come up, you have to jump on it, kind of. The average days on the market is around 92 days. So if you're buying, you have a little bit of leverage. And if you're selling, you just need a little bit of patience, because this is significantly above what the median income in the area allows people to buy. So there's less demand. But very nice neighborhood. If you have the ability to buy here, you know, there's a lot of great things. Let's keep going. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. For a quick summary here, you got the cheapest in the Belton area is going to be right around the Morgan's Point. The average is around $240,000, but you can acquire them for below $200,000, like the one that we saw today. Number 2, the Ridge at Belle Meadows. Great neighborhood for new construction, stylecraft, and a great price. Number 3, Three Creeks. There's a huge variety of properties in Three Creeks. There's a little bit of something for everybody, all the way from first-time home buyers to luxury buyers. Great vibe there if you like to be close to the lake, close to trails, but a little bit further from everything else. Getting up there in the premium homes, Dawson Ranch, Dawson Ridge neighborhood. Those are for step-up buyers, people moving from a different market, relocating here to Temple, people who want a larger lot and are willing to pay for a more custom home with a larger lot with those mature trees. And then if you're a luxury buyer and you are looking for a home on the lake, you have actually a lot of negotiating power in this market, because there aren't many people in that price range. That is my top 5 neighborhoods for Belton, Texas. If you are moving to Temple, if you're relocating to the Temple Belton area, please reach out to me. I'm helping people just like you every single day, and I would love to have a private conversation with you about your plan to relocate here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let's get it.